Picking up where we left off in our conquest, we are currently friends with everybody. Well, lots of people. And that can't stand. We need enemies. We're also beginning the settlement of another plane. So I think the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start making stacks of bowmen to toss through. I noticed that my gold, it used to be like 150 a turn, but all the things we've been making for military has utterly quashed my income. This cannot stand. So yeah, we're definitely gonna start conquering shit. And, this does seem to be one of the problems of goblins. The free troops are amazing, but the pay-for forces quickly get to be a problem because of your tax. You're not having taxes. Once again, I really do think that, life, nature, goblins are the strongest. Man, what I wouldn't give for a little prosperity. Alright, posted the link to Discord, so people should start trickling in soon. Yeah, I'm probably gonna make a whole bunch of bowmen and push them through the portal. No, I want to fight Tlaloc. Tlaloc is my foe. And maybe everybody else in time, but Tlaloc specifically. I'm just gonna try to improve my economy a smidge first. I'm a little bit reluctant to use my really great chaos spell after taking a bunch of cities on Arcanus. Kinda need those to produce money. I think I'm gonna put together just one more stack of actual military forces, and then it's just going to be units for holding territory. And we'll just use the few stacks we've put together to do the conquering, while the rest of them will just be the peacekeeping forces. Gotta keep the rebels down somehow. I'm also going to calculate real quick something important about my cities. I definitely need to remove some enemy wizards from this game. And I could really use a couple spell books. Okay. Question 1. This is a reasonably sized town with no resources to confound it. It produces 14 a turn. Well, that maintenance cost is going to go up a lot, and its population isn't. And yet... 7. Concerning. Okay. This city's got basically we can see this city here. It's definitely going to, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's going to be producing 2 gold a turn, but it also costs a maintenance of 7. So this town's going to be a net loss. Then again, there's a confounding factor. This isn't a good city to use either. Yeah, I think these cities, when you factor in the garrison and all the buildings being built, they're either barely positive or barely negative when a goblin city is fully constructed. So again, what I said at the beginning, the free units are absolutely fantastic. But once you start building units that cost money to maintain, your economy is toast. Alright, we're gonna have to start finding money. Let's begin the search. Ethereal Knights. Djinns. I don't know much about Ethereal Knights. They're a life creature, I think. Too much to ask you for a couple settlers. Yeah. I can fit a few settlers in. Alright. Well, I don't know what's there yet. Oh, let's give it a try. Hey there, Rory. Sup? How's it going today? Okay. Blazing March. 10 defense. Yeah. So many different effects. But if I think about them as a paladin with a large shield and supernatural and resistance to all on top of a holy, I think of them as a super paladin. It sort of makes sense. They have a lot of health. Jeez. Probably gonna lose units here. Best you can, guys. Probably should have taken the one on the end out. Oh! Really? The trickster? Darn. He could have been useful. Oh well. Chaos has no way to revive, so we'll just have to deal with one less unit. Ah, you're not money! You're interesting. Depending on who I find, that might be useful. Alright. We're gonna have to get more saints and assorted other things to this side. Okay, Nothing here. Yes. Pure profit. Okay, you're missing one guy. Alright, our goal is to go there. So many things I want to cast. I'm honestly afraid of casting Blood and Iron. I'm honestly afraid to cast it because it'll make my financial situation even worse. I'll hold off a bit longer at least. Any of these that gain the flight ability will be able to help defend the ship if we're attacked. 3 units will be able to help defend the ship. That's alright. Oops. It's fine. Okay, you guys are waiting. Oh. Elves, I've changed my mind. You're not making settlers. It's gonna be goblins. Yeah, it's gonna be the goblins. Okay, this stack is mostly complete. I do want champions. Alright. I am going to produce less units that cost maintenance. I mean, the Saints will keep producing for a bit longer, but even those are probably never going to get turned off, honestly. They're too good. And I'm going to need more tricksters. I'll probably make a handful of tricksters. I don't know. My economy is tanking because of the maintenance cost of these units. It's bad. It's really bad. We're to the point where if I didn't have silver and gold, my economy would be in the negative already. That's very bad. The worst. Well, not the worst yet, but... Is that so? Well, there's not a ton I can do, but I can do a little bit. if I were to do this, testing, yes, okay. If I go much further than that, it'll start sounding bad. And I can do that for the game music. I could bring the game music up more, but no, probably not a good idea. The balance is probably about correct. Nope, still not who I want to punch. Kind of wish I could look at the map while people were asking me whether or not I should declare war. Wow, that's the second time they've attacked that boat. And lost. That can't be good. Okay, very good. You guys are gonna need one of those. Hey, how's it going, Digital? Glad to hear it. How many? 2. Thought so. If I had a little bit more forces, maybe. We got 2 more. Let's knock on this door. Okay, that looks promising. Okay. Should have done this already. Okay, there might be something for you that way. Okay. Okay, guys, we're gonna start moving. And this little guy will be chasing after as best he can. Our goal is probably pick up those dark elves if we can. We'll put a settler out from them, and we'll head north into that territory. Okay, this army, on the other hand, things. Alright, we need tricksters first and foremost. I need a couple of them for that way, and a few of them for this way, and a lot of them for that way, but I also need bowmen. Lots of bowmen. I wish I could rush produce things, but this financial crisis is bad. Maybe he'll dispel his nasty spell. Maybe. You never know. Not great. Well, take what you can get, I guess. Alright, let's see. I'll do a tiny bit of drilling here and there. And I'm gonna need to cast Plane Shift. Oh, I want to cast Blood and Iron. I do not want to pay maintenance costs. Yes, I did. I broke into Arcanus at, towards the end of last stream. I took like a ton of neutral cities, and I'm pushing Goblin settlers every which way. Our war machine is just about ready to move out. Actually, it's already in motion on the Mirren plane. I'm just not sure how I'm gonna hold territory yet. Hopefully, I find a good mithril or adamant city somewhere in the land I'm gonna take. Another adamant goblin city would be the best. I would put out so many archers. Wish I had that. That would actually help quite a bit. Man, I've had this problem for a while. Several weekends I've been like, I'm gonna fix it this weekend, I still haven't. I have this Dominions footage from my bear game, and it is the most boring game. I have the most boring footage on the internet. No, seriously, like, my game plan had been a high bless build, because that was the last build type I needed to learn. So I could put all in on this super hell bless, and it's like, my entire strategy is just bears. That's it. Tricky units, interesting composition, no, bears. Spells? No, bears. There's only one spell. Summon bears. And it's like the most boring game. It's like I've been needing to put it out forever and trying to figure out how to cut it down and edit it and make it entertaining, and it's also the most boring thing to edit, also. It's so bad. And I don't know what to do about it. I just need to finish it. I'm probably going to end up cutting it down into a very short video in the end. It's like, I don't know. It's something like, I'd have to look at it, but it's something crazy like 20 or 30 hours of footage. I'll probably end up turning it into a 20-minute video if I can actually make it entertaining. I'm trying to look at it as this is a challenge. Can I make this entertaining? But even that just isn't enough to motivate me. Oh yeah, that's been my opinion of them from the start. They're ridiculous. And the funny thing is, they're not even buffed all that much. Like, what are we running? Nothing. They're not even buffed. They just have adamant and chaos channels, and that's it. Like there's no other buffs on them. They don't even have a goblin war boss. Like, if they have this unit over here that has this guy leading them, they'll have a 20% boost, plus poison, plus 2 attack, plus... And this is not a buff from a spell either, and they can bud twice instead of once. Like, they're insane. They're just wrong. It's obviously too much, but you know, we're gonna see how it plays. Oh man. Alright, let's see. So you found fire giants. Worrying. Alright, go north. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That's actually dangerous. I'm gonna need to get a force over there at some point. Why are you only moving 1? Oh, 2. Alright, whatever. He'll get there eventually. He's flapping. He's flapping his arms real hard. I suppose I can wait one more turn. Next turn you warp. I'll get those through. 2 more, and you'll be ready to move out. I should rush a few things here and try to make them produce the bowmen. That should be the play. Alright, roll a few more times. We're just not getting resources. Oh shit, there it comes! Holy crap, that's adamant. The one resource to rule them all has appeared. Okay guys, we're going to focus on this village, and we're going to make adamant slingers. That's right. Their maintenance cost is 3, but they'll be adamant. Adamant shaman aren't bad either, but we won't actually need those here. No, just the slingers. The slingers backed by a saint? I'm pretty sure that that will hold out against most foes. I guess that makes up for all the times the volcanoes missed, huh? Looks like I've got 2 more to drop. Okay. Yeah, and it hit the best thing. Now I don't get to complain about them for a while. So, I was gonna produce some adamant goblin bowmen for that plane, but I guess I'll just use slingers instead. And we'll do a bunch of regular bowmen. Oh, hey, Incinerate! I heard about this! It's an AoE! Definitely want to give that a try. Touch of the Void to go with our Call the Void. Hey, an AoE is an AoE. Yeah, basically Chaos has a monopoly on AoEs. Chain Lightning, Flame Strike, all of this. It helps, because the AoE was Chaos's direct damage was being undermined by so many direct damage spells in other schools of magic. But this gives them something distinctly theirs again. A friend of mine visited today. Played a Marvel card game with him. It felt very complex, actually, surprisingly. But the mechanics seemed pretty good. I tried Wolverine and who did I play in the second game? Who was it? Who did I play as? Was it Magneto? No. I forget who I played in the second game. Anyway, had a lot of different mechanics in it. Fought the Rhino, a very straightforward enemy. Oh, right. Cyclops, that's who I played the second time. Anyway, what was interesting about it was there was a ton of different stuff you'd mix the decks with. Kind of, I suppose I should compare it to Magic the Gathering, but it felt more like Smash Up. Okay, that's a bunch of weak enemies. I don't think there's anything here that's afraid of that. Chaos Spawn are bad for you, but how many are a few? We might be able to, because of the Archer. Okay. Uh-oh. Looks like you took a wrong turn. Go this way. Viable. Can you guys toss out a spear real quick? Awesome. Okay, guys. You're heading to war! I'm sure somebody in this group can fly. I sure hope so. Otherwise, we could be in deep trouble. Okay. Alright, good. Oh, right. Well, next turn. Okay, one for you. One for you. God, we need more. We always need more. Alright, go ahead, have a trireme. You guys are going to just deploy like that. Always need more. Always. Alright, so we'll have to warp that next turn. There. Finance is growing ever worse by the second. I hope I don't have to start making mana crystals to turn into gold. Okay, you're gonna start producing bowmen soon anyway. Yeah, that's what you're gonna do, alright. The mithril bowmen are probably, because they can do the slingers in the one spot, but the mithril bowmen can go through the portal to guard the other cities. I need a boat on Arcanus, and I need to summon some more things for scouting. But with a boat, I could move those flamethrower guys over towards the Lizardman city. If I take the Lizardmen, those guys would make great scouts and conquerors. Potentially. Y'all know I'm a huge fan of the Javelineer. You know, I was gonna say, the weird thing about the Marvel game, the Marvel card game, Marvel Champions, that's what it's called. So they've got a mana system where you discard cards to get mana to cast your superhero spells. Look, I'm just going to use Magic the Gathering words. I'm not going to use their words. Tapping is called exhaustion in their game. Anyway, the thing about it is, there's a card in it that I thought was impossible. And that's what really shocked me. Magic the Gathering, Wizards of the Coast holds a copyright on the idea of tapping lands for mana. That's why no other card game has that nice clean system where you drop lands and you tap them for mana. Everybody has to have a different system for how you get energy to use your cards to drop your summons into play and stuff. Nobody can just use that nice clean mana system. Well, this game did. A little bit. Most of the mana comes from discarding cards, because that's just how it do. But I saw cards that you could tap for 1 mana in their game. I thought, and it's not, the card game is not made by Wizards of the Coast, it's made by a different company, and they haven't been sued into oblivion for this. And this really surprised me. I don't know if something changed, if there was a court ruling somewhere or something, but I found that very interesting. Yeah, I know, of all the nerdy things, like, oh look, I'm getting to play superheroes and do all this stuff, and I'm busy looking at this going, oh, what does this mean, legally speaking, for other card games? But how could I not? It's so interesting. Alright, we'll start with a Blazing March. Darn. Hit harder! Darn. Alright, you got adamant all over you. That was better. Problem solvers. Oh, mechanics are definitely copywritten. Ask Nintendo how they're suing Palworld right now. Game mechanics are absolutely copywritten. I think the best, most famous example is I forget which company it is. Somebody copywrote the idea of having a mini-game during your loading screen. And then nobody else could have mini-games in their loading screens. Yeah, somebody did that. You can look it up. And that's not the only thing. Like, there's a ton of really stupid things like that. We're like, I can't believe that. But they happen. Over and over. They absolutely copyright mechanic. What is the... What's it called? The Shadow of Mordor? The company's going out of business. And they had the 2 Shadow of Mordor games. I forget what the second one was called. I haven't actually played them. But they created this Nemesis system. And they copyrighted it. And nobody else can do it. And I'm looking at it going, what did you copyright? The idea that enemies remember what you did and level up? Is that what you copywrote? What does your patent even say? Everyone agrees the Nemesis system is fantastic, and no other game is using it, because it's copywritten. I'd like to see that copyright challenged. That one does not sound valid to me. But I'm not a lawyer, and lawyers don't even speak the same language that you and I speak. They speak legalese, which is some mystic form that, follows its own rules. A few chaos spawn. That's a lot of chaos spawn. But they're slow, and they don't have anything with them. I think I may. I think I might. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that mess. Personally, I think patents and copyrights are all wrong the way they're done today. My own opinion, but the idea of the patent is a brilliant idea. But what it's become is a nightmare. I'm not so extreme as to think that intellectual property, law shouldn't exist. I know the libertarians are into that kind of thing, but no, I think patents are a really good idea, but I think that the laws have just become terrible. So, why does the patent law, that all this stuff, where did all this start from? Well, it's my understanding that it started in Italy. This whole mess. In Italy, they had a problem. People would invent things, and they would hide the secrets of whatever it was they invented so nobody else could steal their idea. And then one day they'd die, and nobody would know how to make the thing. And this is understandably a problem that a government would find itself concerned with. Like, oh, what's going on here? How do we fix this? We can't have this, and our inventions are disappearing. So, they said, alright, look, here's what we're going to do for you, okay? We're going to allow you to own a patent on your idea. We're going to literally not let anybody else do the thing, whatever it is. It doesn't matter if it's chemistry or, whatever it is that you've created. We will protect it so that you can make your sales and make your money for 30 years. Now you don't have to worry about anybody stealing your idea. But you have to tell us how you did it. You have to write out in detail exactly what your invention is and how it works. That's pretty fair. Yeah, 30 years? That's a great idea. This fixed a huge problem that they were having. Great. However, one needs to remember, it wasn't there for the good of the person receiving the patent. It was there for the good of the people and the nation. And 30 years, I don't know if it was exactly 30 years, but 30 years was a reasonable amount of time. Then we decided to extend it to copyrights. To, anything's written that's scientific or even fiction. Okay, well, it's a little bit harder to be on the side of, but is it still, okay, fine, 30 years, you create a character or something. All right, fine, whatever, that's okay, right? But then enter Disney. Disney gets a lot of blame because they did a lot of it, and international law made sure that everyone in the world seemed to have to follow what American courts decided. But somehow it became like, I don't know what it is, like 100 years that copyrights last now. And I mean, it's obviously stupid. If it had started out, if you had started your country out and they had said, oh yeah, how about 100 years of copyright for any fictional character, nobody would have been like, oh yeah, that's a great idea, let's do that. No one would have thought that was a good idea. Ever. That's stupid. Oh, but here we are, where we obviously need a reform of this. I think 30 years is good. I think 30 years is fair. It seems good to me. Okay, if you can't make your money in 30 years, But yeah, the copyright isn't for the protection of the people or the protection of the nation. It exists entirely for the person publishing the thing. Anyway, that's my opinion on it. And trademark is a whole different ball of wax, completely different department. And it's also stupid. Trademarks were, this is my company. So that you knew. Blacksmith Joe has a trademark, so you know this sword was made by Blacksmith Joe and not that cheap Blacksmith Bob down the street who does shoddy work. Every Blacksmith Joe has that little mark on it. That's the trademark. You know it's his product. This makes sense. Okay, a company can have a marking to indicate this is our property. Okay. But somehow they used trademarks to try and protect characters, and Disney went the furthest when they started using Steamboat Willie as the opening for their movies. They put that in as a trademark. They tried to hold on to the copyright to Steamboat Willie longer by trying to put it under a trademark. Okay, that's not a marking anymore. That's not a trademark. I don't care what the lawyers argue. I'm sure under technical legal, but we all know it's not. That's not an identifying mark. You have an identifying mark. We know what your identifying mark looks like. Hell, you have more than one. Ugh. And patent trolls. Yeah. Patent trolls are a different exploit. That's an exploit. That is specifically, you need a patch to the law to prevent the exploit. And I'm not a lawyer. I can't do it, but I can tell you sort of what it would probably look like. It's gonna somehow say something along the lines of, make it. Make the thing. Did you make the thing? Well, then you can't patent something that you didn't make. And there's gonna have to be a little wiggle room because people need funding. Like, they have to put out the patent, then get the money to make the thing. Like, there's gonna have to be complications. Nothing is ever easy. I mean, look at how hard game design is, and then imagine how much harder it is to make a law that people can't abuse. It's not easy. Thankfully, that's not my job, and hopefully never will be. Although, to be fair, I think a lot of gamers would do a better job than a lot of the politicians do at making laws. Because at least we have spent a lot of time thinking about systems and abuses and complications. At least. A lot of politicians just won a popularity contest and now they're allowed to decide on laws. People who respect the law and like sausage should never watch either being made. I think about that quote a lot. It's a good one. In the negative. Well, we'd better get our stuff together. Giant spiders? As long as there's nothing else, we can handle that. Would like that mechanic over here. Alright, we need scouts. We need a lot of things. But we especially need scouts. Really? I don't know. I'm not sure that they do get relaxed in times of war. Yeah, it's not that they allowed it. They fought with everything they had. But they managed to lose the first cartoon. They're slowly going to lose the old cartoons, bit by bit. But the funny thing is, they retain the right to the character himself. Copyright laws are funny things. For example, you might say, The Wizard of Oz is in public domain because it was around in the 1800s. So I can do a story with Dorothy. This is true. You can do a story with Dorothy. But here's where they get you. The moment she wears a red shoe, any fucking red shoe, they have grounds to sue you. Because they created the ruby red slippers for the TV version, because in the original novel, she wore silver slippers. And they will get you. They have 1,000 times more money than you probably do. They don't have to win. All they have to do is bring you into court and wait until you run out of money. It's terrible. It is absolutely just despicable. And that's the way it works. So I think you would have to be excruciatingly careful when playing with anything that Disney owned. Even if Disney no longer has the rights to that thing, even if it's in the public domain now, frankly, I don't think it's worth the risk. Like, you would have to be very careful about what you put in your work. And I know there's been a few things, a few parodies, games, and things. The Winnie the Pooh stuff comes to mind. Which is in pretty poor taste, but, you know, whatever. Man. I don't know. The World Wars were hardly normal wars. And, if they relaxed the IP laws on specifically one product because it related to the war, I mean, what can I say? That's not a general decrease, you know, that's not a general loosening of the law. That's one specific thing that was loosened for a specific reason. Beasts. Man, these guys are great scouts. I'm pretty sure that, like, the Iraq War didn't loosen any copyright laws. I doubt the Ukraine War has loosened any copyright or any IP laws significantly in any way. Like, normal wars, I don't think do anything. Okay, guys, we need to conquer the shit out of a bunch of stuff with an eye towards what we're gonna do next. I say we begin with... There's gold over in them there hills. Gargoyles. We might do something about that. Gargoyles could be fun. Alright, head back that way. You think the trademarks are the worst? I mean, I already expressed how I thought they were bad. I mean, the concept of the trademark at its core wasn't a bad idea. This is the funny thing about a lot of bad laws. They don't... I mean, some of them do, but most of the time they didn't start out bad. They became bad over the ages. going that way. You're going up there. Man, I'd like to get a ton of bowmen. I'll figure out what to do with you in a second. Okay, go there. Go there. Okay, next thing we're gonna do... Turns out you are going to make a few settlers. After all. Man, this is not good. Alright, so we need food. Badly. Man, it's rough. Alright, let me see. I need to get scouts. So many scouts. Go, go, go. Go. We'll just keep making them. Print them out. Yeah, that's true. Yes. That is true. If you don't actively show that you're protecting your trademark, you can lose it. It will be undermined. It happened to Xerox. It happened, if you don't actively protect your trademark, it's just like, oh well, guess you lost it. But believe it or not, that aspect also applies to copyright to a lesser degree. I've mentioned this before, but I talked to an author. She had published her novel, and then her legal advisor told her to go out and send cease and desist to several different fanfics, so that there would be legal records that she was protecting her copyright. Yeah, just send C&Ds to some fanfics. That's what her legal team told her to do. And she said, okay, and did it. Yeah. Yeah. Personally, I'd like to see somebody found a colony somewhere, maybe Antarctica or something, I don't care where, but a place that's its own nation, and then just be like, yeah, we don't do copyright stuff here. Like all the copyrights, we don't have any agreements with anybody. Just make whatever you want. Yeah, you can't export it to any place else, but you can sell it amongst our own colonists. And the internet exists, so the rest of the world will see it. I would love there to be a place where somebody could just sit down and be like, you know what? I feel like making Dead Space with Doom Guy, with like just all the different FPS heroes all in one game. Yeah. At a certain point, fiction becomes part of a culture. You know? Phantom beasts, those are dangerous. Djinn, those are really dangerous. Fire giants, those are dangerous. There's a lizardman city over there. I think your goal should be to get on a boat. You're just not enough of an army to handle everything. Oh, good. Yes, please, make boat. Perfect. I guess you'll go up there. Oh, hello, what's this? That looks soft. I can probably get that. Hold on. There's a road there. This looks like a job for gargoyles. Alright, as for you... Hi there, guys. Let's see what the mechanical army can do. 3-figure ballistae. Man. Okay. It begins! Yeah, that's about right. Oh, hey, level up. More logistics. And some mana crystals. Nice. Okay. Go. Go. Go over there. Okay. I should build a road that connects to there, shouldn't I? Do I still have a hobble-gobble? Hey you, we need some roadage. How about you head down there? Yeah. Oh my gosh, this food issue. It's bad. Food, money, I can't just rush produce things as much as I'd like to. Alright, let's see. Yes, but the legal advisor said you should do it anyway because it would create a legal trail that you could show that you were defending your copyright, just in case. I'm not telling you they were right. I'm just telling you that's what they told her and that's what she did. Do I like the combat maps? Yes, I have nothing bad to say about the combat maps. The overworld map is difficult for me, but the combat maps are fine. I got nothing bad to say about them. Of course they do. The law firm doesn't care about what's right or wrong. They only care about our client paid us. Let's give them the best possible legal advice. So, I mean, of course, that's their job. Oh, well, I mean, oh, yeah, of course. If you don't have an army and you don't have friends, then yeah, someone will just walk in and take it. And, you know, not agreeing to everybody else's agreements doesn't make you friends. Hey there, Enterprise! Is that Terra Invicta the one that has your name in it? My name, it took me an hour to find it, is on Hadriex, which is a asteroid orbiting Saturn. I also happened to find a Schneider Chaos on an asteroid in the asteroid belt. And I found another asteroid named Bertha. So we can even have a Big Bertha. It's also not the only game that's got my name somewhere in it. I always liked Brax. He wasn't good as a melee hero, though, so I didn't usually hire him. But now that he's more than a melee hero, well... Oh, damn, you guys actually did some damage there. I'm not really good at protecting my guy, however, I've been wanting to test this out! Touch of the Void. I'ma getcha. I'ma getcha! No! I stayed out of the town. Nothing should have been broken. Man. Oh well, that's the way it goes. Alright, I don't know how I'm going to defend this place. I will have to find a way. I need you to produce income. Wait a minute. Actually, I need you to produce people. Do that. I don't have the best summons for defending territory, but if I just give you a second gargoyle and hope, at least until I can get more. I guess I'm gonna put you here. Probably there. Hurry up! I see. Okay, let's see. One for you. Scout. Uh-oh. Node. Get me a spear, quick. Okay. You're ready to take off as soon as they arrive. Oh, hi. Yeah, this place that's slowly being conquered by the Dark Elves. Oh, you seem to have curses upon you. Yeah, that guy's a dick. Yeah, gargoyles are good defense, but they have to have something backing them before I feel like they're great. If they have something ranged, then I feel good about them. No, actually, Schneider was a surprise. He didn't put himself in there. I assume either the developers just threw that name in, or somebody else requested it. It's spelled differently from my Schneider. An I instead of a Y. But still, it's just a surprise. Hey, cool. I just want to cast this again. I'm getting more of a feel for its strength as we use it. Yeah, gargoyles are cheap, and they have a maintenance cost of 1, so I like them in garrisons. Why do you only have 1 movement? You should have 2 movement. Why do you only have 1? I see, I get it. Alright. We'll wait for you slowpokes. I guess I'll sit on this nest for a tiny bit longer. Okay. Meanwhile... Hurry up! I need you guys to grow. I need you guys to populate. I need you guys to do many things. Most of those things are, slingers. Yeah, the Academy won't help at all with, the slinger production. The Oracle might, though. Oh. No, no, no. No, not bowmen. Slingers. The difference between slingers and bowmen is 2 figures. They get less ammo, sadly, but 2 figures makes a big difference. Oh hey, it's positive! How long will that last, I wonder? Alright, let's pop in some more volcanoes here and there, where they can be of some small service. Next we have you. An armory? What's that for? Hobgoblins, yeah. At this point, need to make a bowman. Oh man, I need money. I need that money. I want to take all the other cities here. I need to get defensive units that way. The logistics of this are proving difficult. I might have to hold territory with nothing but gargoyles for a little while, but that's tough. But with my casting skill, maybe I could pull it off. Maybe. Hey, maybe more people would be able to pronounce Hadriex if I wrote it that way. Yes, the mirror dimension. That's what's at play. Hey, Wings, how's it going? It's going to be a little while before I can actually get mining operations on Hadriex and Snyder, but I have to. Even if they don't look like the best mining sites, I still gotta do it. I'll have to probe them, I'll have to get spacecraft out to them. We need to find some way for the spacecraft to move faster. Because Mars is going to take a year to get my spacecraft there. I'm doing pretty good today, actually. I took a nap before the stream, so I'm feeling nice and peppy. Didn't get much today done, unfortunately. That's the opportunity cost, but, you know, what can you do? I'll just have to make up for it tomorrow. Man, I wish I could find a life book. A nature book, if I could swing change terrain, would be amazing. Or, transmute would be insane. But, just a life book that gave me access to, you know, the common life spells would be pretty potent. It would help when I summon the champions with the buffs, and Just Cause would be tax money in the bank. I don't think a sorcery or death book would do much for me. I mean, I'd take them, and I'd certainly spam skeletons, but... I thought I saw something bad somewhere. I'm gonna need to investigate. Okay, you're going this way. I do need some scouting done, but I thought I saw something bad in the water. There it is, on this plain. Oh, it's very bad. Oh, it's very, very bad. None of these cities have found it yet. It shouldn't be going towards any of them, right? Is that adamant on Arcanus? Oh, wow. And I can has. Adamant Paladins? It's gonna be a very, very, very long road to get to Paladinhood. But... Yeah, I think I should go for it. Yeah, I should definitely go for it. I need a settler here. More than my entire nation's budget, eh? We'll get you anyway. He's gonna crash into that, no worries. Alright, I need... Yeah, it's just gonna be gargoyles. I'll wait another turn before this army moves out. Alright. Well, that wasn't very effective, now was it? I don't even need to try very hard here. 3-figure ballista. I mean, what more is there to say? You know how ballistas are hit and miss? Not these ballista! Okay. What should we do here? Well, we'll have to get troops here at some point, but a single shaman won't break the bank. Eventually, these guys might do something amazing. Yeah, if you get to the Tree of Magic... We'll see if I need any of that at the point where all this is done constructing. Okay. Next army deploys. Alright, they're gonna slowly wheel their way to where they need to be. Okay, go back, go back, go back. Biggest weakness is how slow they move. But that's to be expected. Money. I really do. Alright, let's see. Yes. Because I can't make enough zero upkeep units in enough places. Skeletons can instantly be dropped in places where goblins would be logistically difficult to move to. For example, that city I just picked up with the high men in it, that entire continent, it has a ton of cities on it. The only way for me to get goblins there is for me to plane shift them. So, if I could just summon skeletons directly in, I would do it. I would immediately start doing it. Yeah. Hey, how's it going, Drebard? We were just talking a little bit. You might be surprised to know this. In Terra Invicta, I found a Schneider asteroid. I found an asteroid, a big old asteroid named Bertha, I found an asteroid with Schneider Chaos as the name of the mining site that we could potentially build in. And of course, there's Hadriex as a mining site on a asteroid orbiting Saturn. See, originally it was supposed to be the Hadriex crash site, but during development, they, at some point I have the email where they were like, no, we gotta change that. That doesn't fit in with how we're doing the lore now. I don't know how much the game changed over development, but I can feel with some of the game's systems that they definitely had to radically alter some things during it. As soon as possible, I'm gonna try to get probes out there, and I'm gonna have to start mining those sites. I must claim them, but it's probably gonna take me a while to get out there. Our space tech is still pretty poor. I haven't even gotten to Mars yet. Oh, spray the pollen, that'll show it. Spray the pollen right in its obnoxious nose. Ah, you haven't been watching enough of my streams! It started with Darklands. It started, I think, with Darklands, where I named a character Big Bertha. And ever since then, I've kept making characters named Big Bertha periodically in my RPGs. And it'll be a big melee Valkyrie or some such. We're in rough shape. But funny thing is, I don't actually need to beat you physically. When I can incinerate you! Whoa, oh shit, that hurt. Alright, fine. Really? You're right, you did do it. Didn't I do... No! It was Fallout. It was Fallout where I first created Big Bertha, wasn't it? Ah, okay, sorry about that. My own confusion there. I also used Big Bertha in Wizardry. And... I don't know. I think, wasn't that Dark Souls? Wasn't that the name of my Dark Souls character? I won't swear to that. But I use the name fairly often, and I'm mildly annoyed at Concord for besmirching the name of Big Bertha. But that's okay. Nobody will ever remember that game, so it's okay. Nobody could name any of the characters in it. Nobody knows. It's fine. I was just showing off earlier today the, oh hello, what's this? A freebie. I was just showing earlier today that I bought the Darklands box set, like the whole thing with the old floppy disks, and I've got the instruction manual finally and the map, and I kind of want to play Darklands again, cause I got the instruction manual finally. But you know, it won't be a top priority, let's just say that. Oh, look, could I just get a quick spear? Yeah, we need that. Okay, guys, hurry this up. Actually, my favorite portrait isn't Brax, it's Old Smokey. The guy with the lightning, he's the best. Okay, what I need is a gargoyle. Whoa there, I actually need you over here. Yeah, you guys are going to go up there too. Then all 3 armies are going to be in the north continent. Okay. Let's take a moment to consider how this is going to go. He lost his territory down here. He's limited entirely to this continent. I think this army's gonna park here. We can take the neutral cities after we clear him. Yes. Yes. So this army is gonna slip up this way. I'll need to put a couple scouts here. This army will go here. This army will scooch up this way. We're gonna sweep him as quickly as we can. And then, we'll worry about how to garrison afterwards. There's goblins. There's dark elves. But there's no mithril or adamant that I can see. Well, except for but that's the dark elves. I was hoping for the goblins to have some. I should clarify. Meanwhile... Yeah, that's still a little bit off. We'll get to it. We'll get the adamant slingers. Let's see. Anton the Fat. Ah, yes. Anton the Fat. Yes. Fallout 1. Yeah, I think I lost that game too, didn't I? When I played as her. I think I had to come back as a different character. Ah, the XCOM files is so good. Ah, man. Inevitably, I will play all the games. By the time I'm done, by the time I've gotten through my whole list of to play, all the games I mean to, I'll probably just be a floating head in a jar by then, but hey. Oh, man. Yeah. I've thought about it before. Of the things to lose, the worst would be my brain. Alzheimer's is scary shit. But after that, for physical body parts, the eyes. It would prevent me from playing video games. That would be terrible. I mean, losing hearing would suck too, but I'd still be able to play my video games. Mostly. Oh, yeah. The retirement will be awesome! But it's still a long, long way off. but it'll be epic. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, I've heard that. I've never done it myself, but I've heard you're supposed to do that, yeah. Alright, the Elveses. I heard from a lady who spent too much time indoors for a period about, it messes with your eyes. You have trouble looking into the distance if you spent too much time indoors, apparently. I didn't really understand it, but that's what she told me, so I have no reason to doubt her honesty. Do I need money? And mana. Mana is important. I'm ready to start summoning champions, but I'm not actually ready to start summoning champions, you know? Oh, hello, harpies. Come on, guys. I'm gonna need... Could push a bunch of goblins through again. Hello, what's that? Right, that's that. That would be difficult to assail. Man, you guys are slow. Oh, I need money. I might seriously start turning mana into gold soon. I'm that hard up. Where are you going? The Orahalkan Spearman. I'm sure he's up to the task. Gorgons? How do you guys feel about Gorgons? Not good. Not good about that matchup. At all. Got a scout. Alright. Oh no, you jerk. That's mine. I'm taking it. Only I'm allowed to be a jerk and steal other people's nodes. How dare you? You're infringing on my copyright. Okay, let's see. Those, yes, those go there. Definitely that way. Definitely. Keep going that way. Okay, guys. Finances are in the toilet. How about you make some bowmen? For a while, huh? Those are fantastic, and I would love to have a bunch of them. Adamant bowmen are the best. Would love to have gotten to Mithril here, but... well... we'll see. A lot of people retire, and then they just kind of expire. They don't have a purpose or something to get up in the morning, and it's weird. It just seems to be a thing that happens to humans. I'm not sure if it's exactly that we need to work, although that might be a part of it, but maybe a purpose? Maybe that would be a better way to put it? I'm not sure. Window? What is this window of which you speak? When will science figure out how to just grow new eyeballs for us, huh? Teeth, eyeballs, organs, hands. Come on, body. You knew how to grow all these things. It shouldn't be that hard to grow new ones. Maybe. Yeah, feeling useful seems to be an core part of contentment. I don't think chasing happiness is correct. I think it's a mistake. But being content, because we're not built to be filled with joy 24/7. Like, it just doesn't work. Like, that's not. Yeah, we're just not built for that kind of thing. But contentment. And a critical part of that, I think, is the wording for it. Needing to be needed? Having... It's hard to put into words. Feel useful doesn't feel like quite the right words, but it's in the ballpark. Ah, the nosy old people, yeah. Yes. Yes, that does seem to be a thing as well. And it's not the kind of thing that people in their twilight years can easily just go out and remedy. This is a really dangerous fight. Ah, this city again? It's always these guys. Good news is they are well built up now. Their defenses... Hurricane. Shit. That impacts my ranged weapons. That's bad. Bears removed. Man, this debuff hurts. Even affect your thrown weapons. Not that one. Of all the things. Man, I really, really wish I had web right now. We could gamble on a Mystic Surge. That's bad. Oh, it's bad. It's very bad. Oh, it's so bad. There it goes. That was the adamant. That hurricane is really awful. You can't petrify Phantom Warriors, and they pierce your defenses. That's the best burn spell I got right now. Come on, it was point blank! You're already stone, so you should be fine. Alright, that just leaves the wasps. Fireball! Man, that was rough. Alright. I want to summon champions. I do. Okay, good. Little trade goods to help. Alright, you guys, go get those lizardmen. Probably you need to go that way. Okay. Probably you as well. Okay, you guys keep heading north. Next turn, I guess. Okay. Very good. Excellent. Alright. This is mine. Mine! And I'm not sharing. That's concerning. What's my relation to gray? Sure. I have? Are you sure? I don't remember doing that. You summon champion. Oh well. Up the defenses. Throw around some volcanoes. Because why not? Okay. All right. I do want to summon champions, it's just... But I do want to. Do I have a problem with end of turn? It's taking longer than I'd like, but it's not catastrophic. Yeah, sure. Is it the tile set that makes it feel busy? No, I think Incinerate's good as is. I don't feel like it's underpowered. I mean, it's been deleting low-end units, which is what it's made to do. It even wrecks Magic Knights. Taking out half their number seems fine. It might even be underpriced, I'm not sure. Oh, those? I mean, I wish I could push T to make them appear and disappear. That would be nice, but I don't know, I don't mind them. I've never entirely understood it, but people go crazy in isolation, which should be all the evidence you need that social interactions are necessary for people. Like, you need them. Exactly how much or what quality, or all those can be questions, but just looking at what happens to people when they're isolated for too long, yeah, people need to talk to other people. It's a thing. But so long as I'm never stuck in any isolation chambers or anything, I can always pretend like I'm different and special. And I'd be just fine. As long as it never happens to me, I can maintain this delusion. It's just all of you who are weak. I feel like this army might just want to crash into his capital. He's in terrible shape. I'll just bonk this on the way. Do I even need budding to deal with this? You all look weak. I'm starting to think maybe the budded troops should be weaker than what they bud from. Like maybe they're level 0 without any of the adamant, magic, mithril, and so forth. I'm not sure. Oh, you guys are totally ready to jump in. This army's here, ready to get into position. You know, I'm going to move them up to here. That gives you the chance to move up to there. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to blitzkrieg him. Whoops. There's probably more tricksters than I actually need. Or maybe it isn't. I really need a boat. Well, that may take a little bit. Oh my gosh, that might take a little while to get a boat over there. Here, I'll buy this now. We'll get the boat next turn. I know there's going to be one somewhere around there. Probably there. And somewhere up there. Alright, those are places that will probably need those guys. Looking for Tlaloc. Not finding any, but we'll keep looking. My cash flow is temporarily positive. I want to summon champions. This continent does seem like a good place for them now, doesn't it? Alright. Man, there's a million other things I want to cast, but I want my champions. Let's begin. Here we are, born to be kings. We're the princes of the universe. All that. Unfortunately, my good friend Yeller is gonna hold some of this territory, and I won't be able to just take it from him. How unfortunate. New spell that targets terrain? We've got spells that target terrain. You should be able to, Oh my gosh, okay, hold on. I'm a little bit behind. Okay, hold on. Yeah. Oh, well, you know, yeah. Yeah, too much being stacked on top of each other in crowds all the time isn't good for you either, but you do need space also on the other end of it. If you had a spell that could make deer, you'd cast it on every single forest tile in the game, and then your cities would have plus 1,000,000 food. Is that so? I didn't know that. I've heard that. I've heard some couples say that having separate bedrooms is really good. I wouldn't know. Yeah, I'm wondering if budding should always be a level 0 with no magic weapons or anything. I'm not sure. Magic weapon tends to be a pass or fail thing because of weapon immunity. Sure, for now. Yeah, I've never understood that. I've heard that for years, and I've never understood what the problem is. Because if I were to increase OBS, the volume anymore, it would start sounding really bad. Like, it's already in the yellow near the red. If you make it any louder, it starts just sounding awful. Huh. Flash Gordon? What? Are we talking about, Brian Blessed, or are we talking about Disgaea? I'm sorry, I missed the context on this Flash Gordon. Alright, this is a problem. Oh, yeah. Concerning. Assassinated. These tricksters are ridiculous. archers. I kind of think maybe which is better, lightning bolt or I'll try a phantom warrior. That was half his health. That was not much. Oh, I don't like you fighting that one though. Oh, no, I gotta do it. Well, I guess that worked out for the best. I'll get you new guys, don't worry. New archers will come. You held out. That's what's important. You held out. You know, trade goods are great, but I need bows. I really would like to get pox bearers in as well, but I just don't think that's happening this game. I wouldn't be able to handle it financially anyway. Oh good, more goblins, just what our universe needs. Bring them in! Okay. More adamant. There are a lot of neutral cities in this plane. A whole lot more than I'm used to seeing. Crap. That looks bad. All right. We can handle this. All right. First off, I need you to go there. Get more of you guys scattered about here. Okay. Hold on. Lot to do. First off, trireme. I need this. Might as well investigate this temple on the way. You're going here. Still no sign of any purple cities there. Excellent. Okay, you... How would you like a very temporary break? Just to get a few things sorted out here. Okay. All right. Champion in 3. Okay, let's see. I don't know. I think most people just use OBS, which is what I use. I can't explain it. It's always been a mystery. I don't know, maybe someday I'll replace my $60 microphone, but the problem is the next category of microphones, honestly, you end up spending like an order of magnitude more to bring the quality up further. And, you know, not super eager for that. That is a Queen song from the Highlander. When I think of summoning champions, I think of summoning guys like Duncan MacLeod. Flash Gordon, at least the Flash Gordon I'm familiar with, way older than Queen. Flash Gordon was way back in the day. Oh, the sprite work in this mod is fantastic. The sprite work is really good all across the board. I don't think you're gonna convince him, man. He never got as far in Battletoads as I did. He might have gotten through... I think he got through the turbo tunnel, but I don't know how far he actually got. I doubt he got as far as the surfing. To be honest, I don't think I could get that far in the game anymore. The turbo tunnel is brutal. It's a filter. But the game doesn't exactly get easier once you get through it. Never really liked the other Battletoads game I tried. The SNES one. Didn't feel right. Something about it. I don't know. Ooh. Infections are rough. I don't know. I have a feeling Terra Invicta's one of those games that you'd have to have been a player to appreciate. I don't know. I don't think it would be as much fun to watch if you weren't familiar with the ins and outs. Yeah, the text is a huge problem. There's nothing I can do about it either. It's just small. Plug this hole because he'll get pissy. As we rapidly explore this plane. Okay, there we go. This makes the army quite a bit better, and this is just always good to have aboard. Okay, you need more settlers. So slow. We need settlers now. One from you, one from you. We'll get there. Okay, make a bridge. Bridge formed. Okay, there you go. Now everyone's working. I think this guy's road building was interrupting the movement of all these guys. Huh. Alright, you know how you lost your bowmen? Well, we got your replacement now. Sure. Looks good. Have all of those. Okay, that's Yeller. guess you need a couple more of these through. And a lot more of these. Okay. Tempting. First champion is almost here. If you're gonna do that, if you want to have deer appear and change terrain, there's a global. Oh, that's pretty late game, though. I don't know. You'd put it into a global, one of the, There's not a lot of globals to pick from in nature in the early game, honestly. Most of their globals come in later. They're good ones. I don't know what you'd attach it to. That's a good question. I'd keep the percentage chance a bit low, though. 25% at best. Yeah, it's fine when you're playing them, but for streamers, well, video games nowadays, I don't think all of them need to concern themselves with streamers, but it should be something that you think about when you're making your settings, especially for things like text. Did he? I didn't notice him do that. Did I miss that? We'll check. Hold on. Yeah, and you're always painting pictures for coworkers and stuff. You're a workaholic, man. Start looking for another job immediately so that you have a backup plan. Don't mess around without an exit plan. Seriously. Always have an exit plan. That's a lot of monk. You like healing, huh? Let me give you a reason to heal. Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about Incinerate being underpowered. I really don't. It's it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. You may even find yourself making it more expensive to cast. I don't know. To arrows. Darn. That was risky, but it was close to dead, so I took the risk. Alright. Remember how much we struggled to beat the last one of you? Yeah, our buds can handle this. This is still the old army from before I got Mother Fungus. This is still the weak army. Well, that's a bad plan. Don't do that. That's a very bad plan there, Wings. Don't do that. I don't have to say that. You already know this. Make good life choices. Don't let stupid, ungrateful people, ruin your life. They don't deserve to have that kind of power over your life. I have had to deal with some very infuriating coworkers at times. Very infuriating coworkers at times. What was the Simurg? I don't remember what the Simurg is. I shouldn't. I'm tempted to, but I really shouldn't risk an army that I can't afford to lose. Don't gamble with things you can't afford to lose. Someday, maybe after I retire, I will tell you stories about a coworker. You may have trouble believing some of them, but oh my gosh. This guy, I do not understand how he was not fired. Well, I do, actually. I know exactly why he couldn't be fired for a period of time. A manager made the mistake of touching him in front of a camera. And he did call the police. And that was it. There would be no getting rid of that guy for many a year. He was a master of pushing people's buttons. A master of it. So I totally understand why a manager would shove him in the heat of the moment. It was a mistake. A mistake that condemned us to many years of that guy, before he finally did something that could just get him fired straight out. He said things that you cannot say. Like things that I could not repeat or I wouldn't be on YouTube anymore. To managers. And got away with it. And he did things. And he stole things. And it would go on and on and on. And when I was stuck as his coworker for years, I created a book, carefully and quietly, and told no one about it. Because if I'd ever came to my job, if he ever accused me of it, because this guy was not... This guy, man. If it ever came to anything, I had the book, and it was filled with dates, exactly what he said, exactly what he did, not just to me, but to anyone else. It included, some physical evidence and things. I was very grateful when I left that position and wouldn't have to ever work with him again, and I was very happy to put that book in the trash. But I had that in case I ever needed it. that would count as a legal document. That would have qualified as a legal document right there. Oh, that man. So I can tell you, and I've had bad managers and other things in the past too, that can also be stories. I will not share any of it while I'm still employed with... But someday you guys will get stories, so I can understand. So, make good life choices. Do not allow other people to fuck over your life by making you angry. I have had first-hand lessons. Oh wow, 3 accessories. Oh, you're weird. Oh, you're weird. 3 accessories. Well, that's a lot of flexibility, but at the same time, I can't give you much in the way of equipment right now. Ah, you can summon water elementals in battle. That's neat. Look at you. Lightning and fire breath? 2 different breath weapons. Immunity, 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 and resistance. Armor piercing. Amplifier. As a chaos mage, I could like that. Immolation. Normally, I don't look for champions that have these traits. I prefer regular heroes earlier in the game with these, but, I mean, they look pretty good. Yeah. Amphibious? Huh. Okay. Interesting. Your maintenance cost actually kind of makes me wince, but... Etna? The volcano? No, the Disgaea character, of course! I'll take it. Alright. How would you like to have a divine barrier? No, not you. We'll see who else there is. Yeah, I can't give her any of the equipment. We're gonna keep summoning champions, though. It's gonna be interesting. Certainly quite the champion there. Alright, we're just about to take that. Gotta go for the capital. Okay, let me see. That one goes there. You can go that way. Yeah, bowmen. Let the bows flow. I don't like this sprite. Here. It looks like a fire elemental with something put over it, like a steam cloud, and then a blue line under it. Not wild about this image. This is fine. This might be the first time I've complained about a sprite. No, the second time I've ever complained about a sprite in Warlords. I would still prefer more difference between the farmer and the worker for Goblin, to make it a little easier for me to see what's what. But it's an interesting hero. Man, 20 a turn, that hurts. Alright, let's see. He was volcano to yellow crystal. Man, that's terrible. What a terrible waste of a good crystal. Work is plentiful when there's too many people? Usually it's the other way around. Well, if work is plentiful, that's good. When there's too many workers and not enough jobs, that's when you start really getting screwed. It's a bird in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's some kind of bird. Oh, just a flying healer? Oh, okay. Yeah, if I don't know what something is stat-wise in this game, like, it's... Oh, okay. He's pissy and ended our treaty. Gotcha. No, I didn't really ever end up working with him again, and he did get fired in the end. It just took a while. That's rough. That's rough, man. I hope not. Captain Planet dies if you look at him angrily. You ever wonder why one of the 5 rings is heart? It's because in Captain Planet's universe, hatred counts as pollution. That's right. If you hate strong enough, you can just look at Captain Planet and he canonically falls out of the sky and loses all of his power. So I hope she's not Captain Planet. That's, yeah, hatred is a little bit more easy to come by than kryptonite, you know? I don't know. It's gotta be, if hatred can do that, that can't be the only person. Also, like, any pollution is kryptonite to him. If you just throw some garbage on him, he also loses his power. What is pollution? How do we define it? Oil. Oil's a natural substance. It's in the ground. Is it a pollution when it's sitting where it belongs? Or is it only a pollution if you take a bucket and scoop it out? Or is it only pollution after you've burned it? Is carbon pollution? Wait a minute. Define pollution. I am pretty sure that if Captain Planet was my nemesis, I would figure out how to create a weapon that would destroy him without much difficulty. I could probably just find a group of people that were really angry all the time and tell them, okay, I'm going to pay you all to glare at this guy and hate him, while I spray him with this spray over here. He just doesn't seem like that good of a superhero. He doesn't... His enemies, by the definition of what he's called to fight, his enemies are all carrying his personal kryptonites. Like... it would be like if every time somebody had kryptonite, they called Superman to fight him. It's like... that doesn't seem good. Are a huge problem. We're already losing people. But rate's pretty ridiculous, so problem somewhat solved. Hi there. Oh no! Not my buds! How could you? This fight's already over. Oh, not the archers though. That actually, I don't like that. Yeah, don't hurt them. These tricksters are ridiculous. A teleporting unit that just kills things. I never even use their traps. It's just the fact it's a teleporting melee monster that destroys everything it touches. Up to a certain size. Alright, you guys. Well, some money is being produced, I guess. So that's okay. Alright, you've done a great job scouting. Get out of here. More lizards. Lizards are dangerous because they can walk across parts of the map you can't normally be raided across. Oh, hello, you're the stingers. Clarkon's got quite the overhaul in this mod. Yes, that's where you belong. Good. You are in position. Oh, is that where you live? Is that so? I mean, good friend Yellow. How are you this fine day? A maniacal expansionist. Ah, I should not give you that, but, oh my gosh, I've needed this for a very long time. Okay, guys. From now on, every unit that you produce, every single one, that's from more stuff, is going to be chaos channeled. Also, here's a whole bunch of power. Just, here you go. Keep casting this. Ah, as much as I want more champions, this is what we need. Did I send one over here yet? Go over there. Okay. Oh shit. Well, I hope you help defend this city. Okay. Somehow we're gonna have to get a whole lot of these over there, eventually. The rest of you can keep going this way. I intend this war to be brutal and short. Alright, let's see. I don't know. Your average Chaos Mage can probably muster quite a bit of hate. And then I could just cast Corruption on whatever tile he's in. That should disable him right there. You all voted for Stormgate. Oh, if somebody offers you money for your sprite work, take it. Take it. Life tip. Pro tip! If you're offered payment for your work, accept. Yeah, really. Your sprite work is really freaking good, man. It is. It's really good. Yes, I did. You voted for me to do it. You all did. It's not my fault. Man. I mean, Stormgate wasn't the worst. It was... we'll call it mid. It's not going to get better. I've been keeping an eye on its production. It just didn't make enough money. It's not going to get fixed. They're not going to fix it. I don't know what they're going to do, but I don't think success is in the cards for Frost Giant Games. The life of the creator. Are you on YouTube, or do you write novels for Royal Road, or do you make a webcomic? Whatever you make and put out for free, there's gonna be someone who hates what you made and hates you for making it. And that's just the way it is. Yeah, you gotta come to terms with that. At some point, unfortunately, because there's nothing you can do to change it. But once you understand that not everyone has to like you, well... Oh, come on! Stupid sorcery mounts. I thought that spell had a decent chance of getting through. Well, now it's hard to incinerate you all. But I can use guerrilla tactics. If you're gonna ignore one, that's fine by me. Go ahead, ignore my spears. Pick off this. Good work. This will make it easier to defend my city. Okay, done. And as for you guys, poke about. Most of the stuff is in place. You are going to need to produce a new spear to go in there. Keep going with those. Okay, we have several things we need to get done. Let's get this done first. You're getting close to the slingers. The next Chaos Blessing goes here. Yeah. Mana. Okay. You're venting. It's okay. Well, sometimes we need to vent. No, but a majority did. Yeah, I know. That's how it works. Voting always makes sure that somebody doesn't get what they want. That's what the system's for! Yeah, former Blizzard employees. They were supposed to have been, you know, the better employees that left the company to escape from its, you know, decline. I don't think they're even going to finish the campaign, honestly. I would be pleasantly surprised if they finished their campaign. Taking care of family can be difficult. Especially when they get older and crankier. But, you know. I think the first one, spawning of game via Roots of Genesis, that would be fine. Just make sure if you go with Roots of Genesis, that makes a lot of forests for both friend and foe. Probably lower it down to like a 5% chance. Even that might be a bit much, because Roots of Genesis makes a lot of forest. But it'd be kind of cool, actually. It'd be kind of cool. 5%. Might be too much. But, you know, it's an interesting feature. What? You don't like the nasty comments? They're not fun? I really wish I had saved all the nasty comments I got in a folder somewhere, but I never did, and a lot of them disappeared. But especially during the early years of the channel, oh, I got a bunch of really bad ones. Amazingly bad ones. People who thought I should be sued and destroyed for making videos. Oh no! You really hate my review that much? Okay. Never stopped me. Ah. Yeah. Alright, this is an important one here. Poof. We're gonna have to go through our cities soon. Alright, there we go. We finally got that very important one. Okay. Yeah, Chaos's Blessing is nice. And another one. For you. There we go, that's huge. I'd like to cast it on every city, and I will cast it on every city, and then finally use Blood and Iron. I need more casting skill. I'm gonna go for the champions. I want to make more champions and see cool new units. That's a lot of spider. That would be unfortunate. Let's not let Gollum lead us into that cave. I think after the stream, I'll go through all these cities and set their priorities for all the buildings they're going to build. Because it's going to be a bunch. Okay. Yes. To put a gargoyle in this. 28? A dock and a merchant's guild? No. Go for the extra population. Okay. That's gonna be an important city to develop. Oh no! The cockatrice is going to go fight something that it cannot petrify. The horror! Alright, boys. Go over there. Alright. Free chaos channels on every unit we make from now on. I need to get a Chaos Blessing over here next. Before they get back to producing Saints. All the existing Saints will be debuffed, but that doesn't seem all that important. When I get to it. Man, I need about 100 more casting skill. Or 500 more? I don't know. give or take. That's a good idea, actually, yeah. I really should have. As I said, a lot of the... I remember many years ago now, I went to go back to look for some of those, and they just weren't there anymore. Like, I don't know, I guess YouTube's filters at some point retroactively wiped the hostile comments. It has been a while since I did a reading comments video, hasn't it? Blood and Iron is a global. It affects everything. Goldwing. This city enchantment is so potent, I wonder if it's even worth using the global version anymore. Doom Mastery might be obsoleted by a city enchantment of all things. Oh, okay. Huh. That's testimonials, huh? My favorite comment that I ever received will always be, somebody commented on a Master Magic video a long time ago. He called me the Bob Ross of DOS emulation. And I don't even know what to say. Such an interesting comment. Okay, we gotta do something about this lizard. This isn't good. We might lose the shaman. But there's a certain inevitability to black sleep. When you have that many castings of it. Good. Money! I have no idea how that would go. I'm not sure I want to find out. It would be an interesting encounter, though. Man, if only I had more forces to hold territory and stuff. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. Still haven't gotten all of our defenses quite in place. Ah, good. Yes. Go there. We're here. Is it time? I think it is. Ah, crap. I just started this, but cancel it. I need the casting skill. Alright, boys. Let's have a look at you. You caused me a lot of crap early game. Yeah, you. I'm coming for you. I'm attacking you. Oh no, something vanished. Something definitely vanished. What did he get? No, he didn't. It's still alive. Great. Alright. Alright, here we go. Ooh, trinket. I know somebody who could use that. He's still got 40 MP. Yeah, this is the power of the arsonists. Does it fly? Does it walk? Does it crawl? It doesn't matter. The poisonous fires deal with everything. And a big regenerating. Let's see what to hit that guy with. Would you like a corrosive blast? Oh, where'd he go? I might have destroyed his item, actually. Well, so much for that fight. Oh, you think you're gonna come back into this world? Do you? Oh wow, this town's losing a lot of cash. Okay, we gotta do something about this place. It's losing more than 30 gold a turn. It is bad. I don't need a hangar. We can make our midget submarines. I don't think we could afford to. I think what I should do real quick should make a unit to guard you. We'll do a couple things. I might have to get rid of Mother Fungus and the Warlord's hold as well. We shall see. Meanwhile, city number 2. This one's going to be a little bit more difficult. Because you've got these bugs and I can't heal. And oh, is that the Goblin pox? Are they immune? You're not immune to ranged attacks. What just happened? That didn't do much. Oh good, this guy's got fire breathing. That'll solve the problem. Huh. The ballistas can't hurt enemies that are on the other side of these walls. Really? Is that how it is? Is that how it do be? The catapults hurt them. Wish I could heal you. I'm probably about to lose Brax. Oh, never mind. He ran out of sonic blasts. I guess the walls just have a really high protection on them. Guiding beacon, the perfect thing for a whole bunch of ballista. You'll want that. You'll want... How much does the hill fort cost to maintain, I wonder? See, this might be why the AI is bad at goblins. Right here. This might be why the AI struggles when playing goblins. The buildings cost too much to maintain for the amount of taxes they get. And then the military units tend to have really high maintenance costs. 4, 4, 3. I know there was a 6 somewhere. That's a 10. Like, yeah, I don't think the goblins have the economy to support their own construction. And for a player, we can play around that. But for the AI, I don't think it... Oh no, you took this! Darn it! I was in position and everything. Alright, well, it's going to take me a couple of turns, but I'm going to go take this one. Fine. Be that way. Harumph. Well, this might just be the end of him. We have to take these neutral cities as well, as many of them as we can. We'll put a couple gargoyles in each city. Get rid of those curses on me. Did he ever get rid of this one? Yes, he did. Hey, how's it going, Goose? Yeah, the ghost chip is very worrying. Oh, well, lost a ring. Oh well. No, I don't think I can use gliders. My economy is constantly on the edge. I'm making nothing but bowmen because I even turned off producing saints. I can't afford them. And these new cities I'm conquering are liabilities instead of assets. They're losing money. It's very bad. I can't afford to produce gliders on top of everything else. Yeah. I really do think that life magic is the way to go for goblins. And there's multiple reasons why. Especially life magic seems critical for goblins. First, you reduce the unrest with your, which they have very high unrest rates. So you reduce the unrest with Just Cause and the Fountain. But more importantly, when you conquer non-goblins, you reduce their unrest with the Fountain and Just Cause. And the non-goblins will provide much higher tax rates. Goblins provide lower taxes. And I think part of playing goblins is you have to conquer other things and tax them. I think if you really did have every single city as a goblin city, I think you'd actually economically collapse. Without life magic, at least. Prosperity, of course, would help even more. Yeah, just financially speaking. Playing a pure chaos goblin, not an easy way to play the game. Oh, boy. Alright. Well, it's gotta be Blazing March, because I need to assassinate this. Whatever else happens, that had to go down. After that, the only thing I'm afeared of is the ghost ship. Add in a little fiery fury. these tricksters are insane. Having a teleporting unit with a... just... holy shit. And they teleport. Oh, that didn't work. Oh shit, what's that? Oh, a Night Stalker, is it? Warp lightning? Didn't do much. Shit. Okay, now we're in trouble. Bows are gone. We've got more archers coming. Shame about the smith, but yeah, shit happens. Okay. Population growth. What y'all see in here? Oh, that sounds great. Do that. I'm doing something like that right now. I just started burning some buildings. I'll be another second before I'm... You can only smash one building a turn. I think I smashed the hangars. Okay, great. Go down there. Thunderland! Okay, this place is very important. We might go so far as to give this place extra defenses, in fact. I don't want to get rid of the fungus yet, but I'm probably going to get rid of the fungus eventually. Man, I want to summon more heroes. Cast so many things. So many things need casting. Alright. We're going to take all these neutral cities, we're going to somehow guard all of this, and incorporate it into my territory. Once I figured out the basic units, though, the Mother Fungus, the War College, probably the Warlord's Hold, yeah, to save maintenance cost, we're going to torch a lot of things. We just need to get our defenses up first. Okay, I'm going to prioritize you. I want those adamant slingers to defend these cities soon. think that they will do a lot. Okay, let's see. You're producing a settler. Let's see. We've got one going there. That one will go there. I'll need one here. I'll need several more. And you are going to help carry the settlers. Yeah. Man, the logistics of it all is... Oh well. Well, halflings can work with that research. Halflings are good with any school of magic. Why would you need a lightning equivalent for fireball? Chaos already has fireball. No, they took the final city before I got there. Darn. They're making bowmen. I can't trade goods because I'm making archers. You asked me earlier, would I need skeletons when I have goblins? The answer is, the goblins spend an incredible amount of their time and energy producing units that, like bowmen. They spend a lot of energy on it. Does it? Does it? I'd have to look. I don't remember it having that. It has like a million things it gives to the units already. Does it? I thought you removed that because that wasn't in the description anymore. Yeah, he did. Really? Huh. I thought Warp Lightning did like 5 or 6 attacks. Just hitting the unit over and over again with armor-piercing attacks. I've never been entirely clear. Like, Warp Lightning always seemed like a really cool spell, but I was never at any time entirely clear what its purpose was, as opposed to using a regular lightning bolt. But it was a cool looking spell, so I'd throw it around anyway. I think that they're still too strong. But the tax thing is such a massive debuff. The fact that they have less money is a horrific debuff. I'm not sure how it balances out. Their units are so powerful, but they don't have the money to field a lot of their good units. You would never be able to put a war boss in every goblin city to help defend it. You just couldn't afford to do that, unless you were in a build that produced a lot of money. If I were to try to min-max the goblins and really build around them, I don't know. They might still be OP. Okay, let's see. They're almost there. Make another. do with you guys? A few gargoyles, that sounds like something you could handle. Mithril barbarians, huh? Hop in. You're gonna drive up there. Well, what to do with all these armies? See how many of the neutral cities I can take before they're all gobbled up. If that's enough of those yet. Probably gonna ship those soon. I really did want mithril stuff out of you, but well, we'll see. I really want to summon more champions. I don't know how I'm gonna level them up, but I want them. Because they're cool. And I like them. And this will probably be our last turn. Then we'll check the charts and see what the world looks like. Oh, right, I need to look at the fungus. How bad is the end term time? I don't know. I haven't been timing it. Let's see. Railroad Tycoon. I never had the old Railroad Tycoons. I had Transport Tycoon Deluxe, which I think was the end state of it. And man, I had a lot of fun with that one growing up. It's so cool that they made a fan version of it, Open Transport Tycoon Deluxe. I love that the fans did that. Sure you will. Well, let's see. It's been at least 2 minutes already. How are there still unknown players I never found? I don't get it. Also, somebody's broke. That's important. Really? Sid Meier made the old railroad tycoon, huh? Huh. Two minutes? Is that about right so far? I've been enjoying talking to chat so much, I haven't even been paying attention to how long the end turns were, but they're pretty bad, actually. Huh. Yeah, I should have started a smaller world than this. At this point, we're expanding completely out of control. We're expanding on at least 3 different fronts. I don't know, somewhere between 2 to 3 minutes. You guys are gonna have to create... I think Bowman on repeat. And then we'll sell off some things and do some things. Let's see. +2 attack, 10 defense, poison spell charge, detects enemies. No, it doesn't say anything about production. This is strictly a military building. So yeah, I'm definitely going to get rid of those after we've made some units. Their maintenance cost is enormous. It's a super OP building, but not the kind of thing you want in every one of your towns. Oh, these! Yeah, okay. Quit hurting my ballista! My ballista are winning in a melee fight. That's just wrong. Oh. Okay, I guess those aren't such a big deal after all, huh? Okay, cool. Not like some kind of crazy Aether Lord or something. All aboard. This is a heck of a shipment coming in. Alright. Yeah, we're expanding this direction. We're expanding... Whoa, okay, here we are. We're expanding up this way. We're expanding out this way, although I need to get more forces to help with that, because there's a lot to grow. And we just finished expanding this way. But there's also more to go. When we look at the map, oh my gosh. And when we look at the charts, Yellow, who I'm allied with, is actually a match for me. It's the gliders. I don't know how he's maintaining so many, but it's the gliders. Power? It's me. Spell power? It's me. Population? It's competitive. But I have a ton of cities I just planted that are all going to start populating up a whole bunch. It's funny, because he's practically the same build I am. Peaceful Pragmatist Alliance? That would be a lasting alliance. While other people foolishly try to declare war upon me. Well, they're, you know, chaotic. I mean, what do you expect? Only one player's knocked out. Huh. How about that? We'll have to continue this in a couple of days. No, I've won, man. I can tell. There's too much territory that's basically uncontested that I can keep pushing settlers and forces to. I actually could start using summons like Doombats to run around. Between Doombats and Chaos Magic, I could probably swiftly take these neutral cities and just leave gargoyles in them. Because the Doombat would fly super fast over, and then I would incinerate all the units in the town, and it would be mine. And I could probably fly very quickly around and do that. And then output a bunch of settlers to fill in the gaps. Honestly. This spell over here, Chaos's Blessing, is insane. Like, holy crap, that's 14 mana a turn. We're about to start getting adamant slingers out of here. So, you know, there's that. And we're going to pick up some more of these neutral cities here. And being allied to the only person who's even competitive with me? I mean, yeah. Although I do kind of want to just summon more champions, just because I want to see more of the champions, because they're cool. But I don't really need the champion army. I could squeeze out an economic and population just advantage that would be just too much to compete with. Clearly, the Chaos spells like Incinerate are insane. Chaos is much improved. The base game, Chaos is underpowered, but here, Chaos has some great tools now. Fantastic tools. I mean, I still don't think Mono Chaos is the best school of magic, but Chaos is way improved now. Much better. Much better. And yeah, I didn't cast Blood and Iron yet. That's still to come. I haven't used any of my globals. And this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. All your cities will build 30% faster. Their soldiers will all fight better. And I already intended to put that city buff on every city. It's just going to take a lot of time. But I see no path where I can be defeated. I just don't see any way it could happen. So we'll probably do a different build next time, a smaller world with quicker turns. I'll try playing something different. We've done goblins, and we've done goblins. I should try one of the other factions. Maybe we'll do Hawkmen again. Or maybe we'll play something completely different. How are the barbarians? Barbarians are not very good in Caster of Magic, but how are they in Warlords now, in context? Maybe Find out. I can't even remember what their ultimate building is. I'm not sure if I've ever seen it. Let's see. Much better than previous version? Yeah, the end turns are definitely faster. We pushed it. We pushed it to the extreme. We made the map the worst possible for end turn, and it was okay. It wasn't bad. I could play with turns this long. So, much improved. Yep, micropros. Yes, weird questions. If you had the choice of 3 superpowers from different video games, what would you choose? Snyder had a great answer at the end of Secret of Mana to that. I never played the Roller Coaster Tycoon games. I always hear people talk about how great they were. Never actually got the chance myself. I remember the show existed. I can still remember its opening. But I can't remember what the show was about anymore. Yeah, it does give them a huge economic advantage. It ties into the volcanoes. At this point, Chaos is really building around volcanoes. Chaos is strongly encouraged to make Mordor. It really hurts your revenue. I'll bet it does. There was a trick in Transportation Tycoon. There was an exploit I found as a kid. If your opponent was building buses and trucks and other road vehicles, you could set a train that only has... You take away the depot, so you just have a train engine going back and forth on a track over the road. And if it was an engine, one of the ones where an engine faces both ways, the way the acceleration of vehicles works, it will basically just get into car crashes and run over their road vehicles. Endlessly. It'll destroy all their road vehicles, one after another. Some of them would slip through, but they'd come back on the same route and get caught on the backswing. And then when you're done, you'd sell your train and get most of its value back. And there were no repercussions. It was terrible. I wonder if you can still do that in the open version that's released now. I wonder if you could still do that terrible exploit. I should test it sometime. If it still works, maybe I should do my impersonation of the Spiffing Brit or something for April 1st. Man. The Barbarians! I could do it. I could do Barbarians. I think I might. I don't know. We'll see how I feel in a few days. Maybe a different mood will strike me and I'll feel like doing sorcery or something. Who knows? I might have, but I can't remember any of the contents. I can remember the intro, but I can't remember a single episode. I don't know. I must have seen it. I must have seen it. As a kid. Maybe I was too young to appreciate it. Or maybe I was too old to appreciate it. I don't know anymore. I must have seen it, though. Yeah, I'm gonna start a new one. This game's basically over. The turns are long. And, I mean, it's fun. It would be, if the turns were 30 seconds, I probably would play this out because I'm having fun. I'm enjoying it. But even though the turn lengths are much improved, they are pretty long, actually. And I might as well just start a smaller game that runs better. Because, as I said, I really don't see a way I lose this. It's possible, but I just don't see it. I have too many options to expand really good, and I basically pointed out what my strategy would be. Doom Bats with Incinerate and Flame Strike. I'm certain I could conquer the Arcanus Plane. Basically, the entire Arcanus Plane will be mine. They just won't have hardly any cities here. And then, I mean, at that point, what can they do? Yeah. Yeah. I like openings. I like studying the openings of different shows. Anyway, I must now depart. So, until next time, and every time, this is Hadriex signing off. Bye.